Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the TMM Podcast with myself, the Mining Miner, and Belated Tall 66. My sentences are a little bit flustered today because setting up for the podcast is a bitch when you've got 15 minutes to do it and a million things to set up. And they can't hear you, by the way, because I forgot to switch it over to the headphones. There we go. All is well.
Hello.
Actually, have we got a good show for you this week? I don't know. It's gonna be another one of those ones. It's luckily it's not another Cherry Aiden keyboard podcast because I actually managed to keep the drinks away this time and not knock the glass over. I need some shorter glasses. I need like short wide ones so I don't knock it over. Cause all the ones I have are these weird stupid tall ones. You can't see it because you can't see the camera. It's all these weird tall ones and they are always very 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 very.
He explains, but I don't know.
I'm basically explaining physics 101 of glasses. Oh, Twitch, stop buffering.
Ah, I see.
Basically, tall. Oh Jesus, I don't want to spill that either. There we go. Basically, tall glass plus short base equals death to keyboards. Actually, no, not death to keyboards because I actually fixed it because one of the keys broke. It was the FN key, and I had blind luck and actually fixed it. Stuck a keyboard into the key switch, and it just kind of started working. I was like, all right, cool. Let's do it. So anyway, what have you been up to this week?
Okay, let me see. College, being weird. When I first started on the Tuesday, it was alright. It's normal day. Then Wednesday came over. Here we are, class. This guy, by the way, this guy's gay. So people usually say this is the reason. Ooh. This is the reason why we're doing this. Apparently, just saying this.
This should be interesting.
So he says he comes up to us and goes, "Okay, here we go. This is what we're gonna do for Air Class kids. We're gonna take selfies. Isn't that exciting?
Fuck off.
So go around the whole entire college taking 10 pictures of each building that should be important to you." And then make a presentation about it. You'll have fun. I was like, no. Just shut up. Shut up. No.
I would just told him to shut the fuck up, honestly. Because especially when the first couple of weeks of college, my bullshit tolerance is at an all-time low. And usually it's rock bottom as it is. Like, I have exactly zero bullshit tolerance.
It was worst on the induction because the thing is, he was our induction teacher as well. Yeah. What he said was, "Now, class, we're going to dance like there's no tomorrow."
Oh,
and then he kicks his leg up in the air. I'm like, "Oh my god, where is this going?" It was crazy.
Not good places, I would imagine.
It was crazy.
Yes, indeed.
It was weird music, Connor. Weird music.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to apply some croppage to your camera because the Skype control panel won't go away.
All right.
Just sort of sitting there, camping. Jeez, we're gonna have to put off your t-shirt.
And other than me starting early, like 5 o'clock in the morning, which I'm not happy with.
Granted, you should have been aware of what time you'd have to get up, because considering that you were gonna go to the airport, and that's an absolute mile away.
In all fairness, they didn't give us our timetables until like the very last day, and everyone was like, "What the hell?" So no one really expected this until the last second.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Give me a mo. I would start describing what I've been doing this week, but camera issues, technical difficulties. Everybody, that has become an integral part of the podcast, of course.
Yes.
Yes. Ouch. Can you OBS? Could you actually activate the corner thing so I don't have to pull it in twice?
And the reason why the gay thing popped up was because everyone says, "Is the reason why he's asking us to do selfies because he's gay?" I was like, that's a bit mean. We're making you do selfies. He's definitely gay.
No. I know a lot of straight people who like to take selfies, or idiots, as I like to call them.
That's what they were like saying it like, and I was like, no, I just don't want to take selfies. So basically, every selfie I took, I was like looking away. I was like, "Oh, what's going on?" And the teacher was like, "David, you weren't smiling." I was like,
"I don't do smile."
And then they're like,
doing
"What?"
Joyful? Shock horror.
I can do joyful if I have a funny moment with it, but the thing is, this is boring as hell.
Yeah. I'd have about as much fun as taking selfies with buildings as I would in a Turkish prison at meat.
I said I have more fun opening a pack of crisps than actually doing this. That's how much fun I have. That's how much fun I would have opening that than doing selfies.
Yes, indeed. I may just be an old man, but I don't understand this whole selfie craze. Yeah. It's just a whole lot of vain bullshit, so I kind of ignore it. And I'm unphotogenic as shit, so... Actually, I've got a perfect photo to demonstrate that I am unphotogenic as shit. Let me find it. Basically, somebody's watching the stream, and they screen cap this when it started buffering. Let me get the... There it is. Look at that.
I need to get to it. I need to get to YouTube.
That is a sight for sore eyes. Go to Twitch. The delays a lot.
Go on, load.
Look at that. That face though. Anyway, moving swiftly on.
What have you been up to?
Not much actually. It's mostly been sleep deprivation. Because there was one day because usually I wake up at about 6:30 in the afternoon, and there it is. Anyway, usually I wake up at about 6:30 in the afternoon and go to bed at like 4 in the morning. But one time I didn't get to sleep until like 2 p.m. the next day. It was horrible. Because I just had really bad insomnia. And I tried to do college work, because college have really been messing up with my with sending communication out. Because the first letter they sent for my starting date said 2013, and then the second letter they sent out had a task list with it. Little did we know that this was actually designed for the software students and not the hardware people. So it had all these terminology things for programming. I was like, I don't understand any of this. So I thought, I told George to email college to see if it was an error. So, yeah. Have you seen the picture yet?
It hasn't popped up.
Are you on YouTube or Twitch?
There we go. There we go.
Yeah, it is awful. It is a terrible thing. Anyway, so let's move on to the first topic.
I assume that would be your reaction when me and you do co-op.
Yeah. No, my reaction's more like...
what did I do with my life to deserve this?
Yeah. Why? Just like, why did I think this was a good idea? I regret everything. Finally put a face to David's voice. Yes, you can. This is the wonderful bladder over here.
Yo.
Is that it? Okay. Can I actually get the chat overlay thing? I mean, no. Things working on the podcast? I don't think so. Just like, sorry if I blew up anybody's eardrums. Because I forgot to mute the mic.
Is this on Twitch that the guy's talking you on?
Yeah, Twitch. I stream on both now because it makes life a lot easier for interaction. Because Twitch chat is better for interaction than YouTube comments, and that's saying something because Twitch is usually awful. Anyway, we have a lot to talk about today because Apple had their iPhone 6 keynote on Tuesday? I think it was Tuesday. I watched it last night because I woke up too late to actually catch the live stream. And I couldn't have watched it anyway because for some reason they tend to put their keynotes, which tend to be advertising guff, they only make it available on OS X and iOS devices and Apple TV. You're trying to advertise your new product. Why don't you let people who don't already have your products look at the stuff? I have a Mac drive in my PC to run it as a Hackintosh, but I don't use it. It doesn't work.
Connor?
Yeah?
Are you seeing what I'm seeing?
What?
Mr. Tom Pigger.
Mr. Where? What?
He's online. He's online on Steam. He just popped up.
I'll go mate him. Give me a sec. See if we can get him in here. I don't think I have online notifications. I'll go mate him.
He just popped up online. I was like, Tom, you forgetting something there? You forgetting something there?
You gotta... No, let's not do that. That's a bleeping at me. Stop it. So yeah, let's get back to the. I've got so many Chrome windows open. There we go. So they had an intro video. It was all about change. Realize microwave has been beeping for 10 minutes. Nice. Mine used to do that all the time. It would start beep. It would do like 5 beeps, and then every couple minutes or so it would tell you again. It was like an. I'm not going to say anything because it was going to be a sexist comment, and I'm not a sexist person. Anyway, so they had an intro video. It was all about change, and they had like different sort of perspectives to make up words. You know how if you paint something in a certain way and look at it in an exact direction, then it'll start making an object. It was quite an interesting little video. It was very well put together. So they had the conference in the Flint Center, which was basically where the first Mac and the first iMac were actually introduced, and they didn't actually bore us for 15 minutes with statistics like, oh yes, look at this, look who's turned up and broke the overlay.
What time do you call
this? Have we started already?
Yes, we have. We've been going for like 15 minutes.
Well, the thing is, well, before you start raging, let me tell you about my day, alright?
Yes, that's good because I need to set the overlay back up.
Okay, 9 o'clock, I get up, I go to sixth form, same old, alright?
Yep.
3 o'clock, in sixth form, same old, but oh, what's this? It's Thursday. I've got to do some exam question style after school stuff. Better go to that until 5 o'clock.
No,
and then, the day turns 5 o'clock, I come home again, and what do I do for an hour? I do flipping physics projects.
No.
And then it's 6 o'clock, and what do I have to do then? I have to go back to school until 8 o'clock and do some sixth form open evening.
Jesus.
I
would say I feel your pain, but college is a lot nicer than doing such a thing. College wouldn't be so cruel.
Right, next week the camera's going to be better because I'll have the second monitor. It came today, but no one was in, so I'm going to get it and the lights in the thing again.
Do you think you'll be able to get a better mic?
My mic is fine. My mic is fine.
His microphone is leaps and bounds better than what it was last week.
Yeah, this is the new one. This is where I get up nice and close like this, and I just yes.
Get nice and close to the microphone there, can you?
Yeah, and this time I can actually take it off and make some rustling sounds, and then pretend I'm going downtown. Because with that, it just sounded the same.
So far downtown.
That just sounded the same. Didn't work.
Right.
Oh, what's with this? Do I have to? Oh yeah. What I gotta do is I gotta take this over here, else the light doesn't work.
Yeah, because it tends to balance itself too much, so it overcompensates for things.
Shadow Tom.
Oh.
Actually, I might have to stop the stream for a second because I need to allow Skype to have my camera. So we'll be back in. Oh, my camera! I forgot my camera looks like arse on the podcast now.
Did you see the last message, Connor?
No, I haven't. What on the Twitch chat?
Good thing I've downloaded this update for 0 bytes.
Oh, that must be such an important update. Such an important moment in your life.
You know the new Humble Bundle, by the way.
Yeah, the full on the indie bundle.
Yeah,
like they always used to do, but they never do anymore because.
I got the $65 package.
Oh.
So I'm getting a floppy disk drive.
A floppy disk? Do you know floppy disk?
It comes with a floppy disk.
Oh.
So I'm getting a floppy disk drive for £10, and I'm putting it in there where there is an option for a second drive.
Can I? You'll probably have to get an external floppy disk drive.
Either that, or I can just hook one up right there.
Yeah, because you can't really get internal ones anymore because they run off IDE and computers don't use IDE anymore. Can I select the sub-region blocks? Oh, I know why it's not doing it because it's not on Skype.
And USB is just easier.
Yeah, USB is a million times easier. I put a CD drive in my PC when I built it because I tend to use CDs quite a bit. Like people are always complaining, why do cases come with 5 1/4 inch bays these days? Because nobody uses them. Like I use them. I've got Red Dwarf DVDs and I'm sure as shit gonna watch them. It's the only thing I use them for: recovery discs and Red Dwarf DVDs. Oh jeez.
Humble Bundle's doing this daily deal thing.
Yeah, it's
Jesus Christ! I bought flipping 2 copies of Broforce neck for £10, and neck for £20 the next day. I could get them both for £12. I was like, oh, thanks.
Yeah, this is what I like. This is what I like to call the James B. Lee effect, when he bought Civ 5 for like.
And then the next day it was like £5.
Yeah, it's like, oh, you bought it for £10, did you? Oh, what a shame. All right, I think we're actually good. We're not good to go because Tom's having a bit of an identity crisis because supposedly the frame's calling you Hobbit toes. Yes.
Kinda.
Yeah.
Twitch comment.
Yep.
Should I remove it?
Should
I remove it?
Keep it classy, Ravies. Just keep it classy. No, it's fine.
I don't even know what's going on.
It's sad. These are some some generations will not know what a floppy disk is. It's like, oh, somebody made a lifelike version of the save icon.
Did somebody just ask what a floppy disk was?
No. I'm not gonna bother repeating
Ask the Google.
Ask the Googles. Floppy disks are old.
I'm always classic.
That's debatable, really. Anyway, so yeah, Tom, have you got the document open? Have you gotten to that stage yet? Also,
Yes.
you had a haircut.
Of course I do.
Yes, quite. It's gonna be your favorite subject in the whole wide world today.
Oh my Christ! We did a flipping podcast on 9/11. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's probably why it's going horribly wrong. Because
I tell you, when you play CS:GO and the score ends up being 9/11, you have a right giggle.
Oh dear. Anyway, moving swiftly on. So this is going to be all Apple guff because they had the conference. Actually, one thing I wanted to start with, it's a little bit further down the list, but when they were demonstrating something on the Apple Watch, which was finally announced, they used Tom's favourite band, The Whole Wide World, to demonstrate the music bit.
Was it in fact Coldplay?
Yes, indeed it was.
I like how you put a key on this one. It says italics. You didn't even put a space. Italics equals the mining miner's thoughts.
Yes. Because I like to note things down when I'm going through it, and
You could have put them in like a different colour. It would have been like much better.
But then I can't, because it's like one key combination for changing it to italics because it's easier. So
Yeah, but red is the colour of victory.
Fine, I'll change it for people who want to.
No, you don't need to do it now.
I'm not doing it. No, I'm not doing it now. I think I'm doing it now. You got another thing coming, sir. Wait, what he's called pants? Wait, say for £12. Yeah. And we rarely use the imperial system anyway. Metric for the win.
Wait. Imperial's feet and inches, isn't it?
Yeah. And then like pounds and ounces.
Yeah.
So it's like it's just
Get away.
It's completely arbitrary numbers. It's like there's like 64 somethings in something, and then there's only 13 somethings in another something.
Yeah.
It's like metric makes so much sense. It's like either 10, 100, or 1,000 in each thing. Decimals work so much better. Anyway, so we got to the bit. They didn't bore us with stats for like 20 minutes, which they usually do. So then they moved on to stuff about the iPhone. So they said that the iPhone 5S and the 5C made it the most sold smartphone in the world, except Android altogether. Why do you hate our measurements? They're a lot better than imperial bullshit.
You got some Americans on the line.
Yeah, there's an American in the Twitch chat. It's just.
I like how it just went quiet.
Wait, which one are we on? We're on the first topic, right?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's probably gonna be most of this podcast.
Oh, is this the iWatch? Which like
you
no
hate
one's
your
gonna get
measurements.
because they've already just got a regular watch.
Yeah.
Connor,
Yes.
he's messaging so much. No one messages.
Don't spam, I'll smack you one.
Tom's got a sword, so he'll swing it around. I think you do, but don't use it. Don't use it, or I will confiscate your sword.
I want to see if I do.
Well, go in the Twitch chat and it'll say if you're moderated. Anyway, moving on. Tom's getting excited about the sword. So they announced 2 new iPhones in actual proper sizes now. They've got the iPhone 6, which has a 4.7-inch screen. That's the word. Display. There we go. And the iPhone 6 Plus, which has a 5.5-inch display, which is massive. Like 4.7 inches is probably the sweet spot. Don't. See, if George was here, he would be making horrible comments.
Wait.
Tom wasn't listening, so it doesn't matter.
I got it.
About Peter.
Oh god. Tom's dubstepping in the chat.
Well, I don't see a sword.
Oh, it doesn't have the
It'll
sword.
take a second. Twitch has been a bit twitchy.
I don't see a sword.
Do you want a sword? I will give you a sword. There you go.
I'm pretty sure I had one, and then like Lewis took it away or something.
Lewis can't have taken it away. I might have taken it away for some reason. I tend to confiscate swords for people who abuse
was he disobeying? Well,
George doesn't have a sword anymore because he keeps abusing. He banned B Lee from the chat one time just for nothing.
There we are.
Victory.
Well, I changed it
red
to
is
red.
colour of victory.
I changed it to red.
Oh, guys, did you see the highlights reel for the last multiplayer mayhem?
Of course.
And Tom's graven mistake. I just love that bit. He's all just like get pumped, and then he just chuck the grenade, bounces off, and you land underneath it. that was best bit. Oh, it was the best.
I liked how I just ran through everything.
I don't know whether to continue making those because they are quite a bit of effort. I mean, I had to pretty much edit constantly to get that out within 2 days. Only highlight I remember is the door. Yeah, I uploaded a highlight. I uploaded a highlights reel on the YouTube channel. I think it was Monday for the last Multiplayer Mayhem. What? Oh, the door.
The door.
Oh, you getting the cold sweats and shakes just thinking about it.
The doors, man.
It'll be like those ink blot things, and you're in the therapist, and one looks vaguely like the door, and you're just like,
That's how it'd go down as well.
I love how we're just completely avoiding the main topic of this. So yeah, it's just an iPhone.
It doesn't need any other introduction.
Apple's taken their marketing guff to the next level. Because they've got the 4.7-inch Retina HD display, and I love how they say this. They keep saying it like, "Oh, this phone's got a 1334 by 750 display." It's like, yeah, this phone's the same size with a 1080p display, and it looks better than this. And they're always like, "Oh, it looks gorgeous." And I'm like, "Yeah."
I mean, do you say 4.8?
4.7.
Okay, I heard 4.8.
No, it's 4.7.
Yeah.
What are you doing?
I heard to see him.
What, you heard
See?
4.8?
You said 4.8, mate.
I didn't say 4.8.
Yeah, you did.
Nah.
2 against 1.
I don't think so, matey. It's 0.1 of an inch, it doesn't matter. No, I said A8. I might have said 4.8 because I was looking at A8 for the processor. Maybe.
Okay.
I don't know.
Okay.
No, I
just
think
move along.
I said A8, and then I started talking about the display again. So they keep saying it like it's only done like, oh, this screen looks gorgeous, and it's like, no, you've got a lower resolution and sometimes a lower screen type than a lot of other phones in the market. Stop saying it like it's the best thing since sliced bread. It ain't. It's an iPhone. So they've got their head shoved so far up their own backside. Good lord.
Don't they always?
Oh yeah, it was Apple, of course.
That's what I'm saying. Don't they always?
They didn't. One thing I was disappointed though with the whole conference is that they didn't get Craig Federighi on once, and he is just hilarious. Like one time he set his because he's got quite big hair. He set his Apple Game Center name as Hair Force One. I was just like, yeah, it's a good name.
Air Force One.
No, not Air Force One. Hair Force One.
That's what I said. Air Force One.
But you're open to confusion, so yeah. Anyway, moving on. So it's got advanced wireless, which is LTE, which we've already got, and 802.11 AC Wi-Fi, which we had in the iPhone 5. And then we've got an 8-megapixel camera with phase detection.
Isn't that just exactly the same as what they already had?
What, phase detection autofocus?
No, 8-megapixel camera.
Pretty much. But now they've got special pixels in there, which make sure something's in phase and then focuses accordingly. You know, like autofocus of everything else. Except this.
What if it's moving?
This one's a little bit quicker. Actually, it does moving as well. It does moving objects fairly well.
Oh.
It's a fancy camera.
One of them upstage fancy cameras.
They always start comparing it to an SLR camera, like, it's a phone camera. It's gonna be nowhere near SLR. Don't start saying that you can get the same quality with an iPhone because photographers will disagree with you. You make technology, you don't use it. Well, they probably use it.
Are they trying to cross the beams?
Huh?
You sounded a bit robot man there. For
Hello.
No, you're fine.
Are they trying to cross the beams, Connor?
Oh, they're crossing the beams.
I shouldn't be doing that.
And now in the next iteration of the camera, you can record at 240 FPS because you get 120 FPS slow mo at 720p in the last one, and I think it was 1080p 30 as well, and now you can get 60 FPS in 1080p and up to 240 in 720p, which is camera stop going off.
Storage. Storage being 16, 64, 128. Who needs a 128 gigabyte phone?
People who want to say that they have 128 gigs of storage in their phone.
Oh, I'm so much better than you. I've got so much memory. It's like people who have 64 gigabytes of RAM. Like, what are you doing? Why do you need all that?
Granted, professionals probably would, but it's like people with a gaming PC. I've got 64 gigs of RAM. You don't need
unless you
it.
somehow like.
You need VRAM, not normal RAM.
Unless you're Michael Bay, I don't know what you need it for.
Well, you need a lot of RAM to cache all of those explosion particles.
Yeah.
Yeah, keep it classy, come on. Right, anyway. So they said they've got the A8 54-bit, that's a new one. 64-bit processor, and it's 50 times faster than the original
54-bit,
iPhone. Apple's got less bits. Anyway, so they said it's 50 times faster than the original iPhone. So 9 times out of 10, the person who's buying the iPhone 6 is probably going to be a teenager. They don't know what the original iPhone was. Because it came out in, like, I think it was 2007?
50% more energy efficient. Does that mean that instead of your battery life dying after the first 3 seconds that you turn it on, it'll actually die after the first 5 seconds?
Yeah, pretty much.
Great. Those 2 extra seconds will real help.
Yeah, you got those 2 extra seconds right there. Like they always say that you get like 10 hours of video viewing time on an iPhone. No, you fucking don't. You'll get half if you're lucky.
Yeah, you might get like 5 hours, and if that, your phone will heat up and start burning holes in your hand.
Yeah, like I think well, one of my friends had an iPhone 3GS, and I don't know whether it was because of an overheating issue, but their battery literally bulged out the back and broke the case.
She went.
Yeah, he brought it into college the next day, and it was just the back plate was just off, but it was still stuck down to the battery for some reason. But it was like completely
because
popped
the
off.
Battery had melted.
Actually, yeah, pretty much. No, it was still contained in the sort of protective unit, because they actually put things in place to actually avoid that. And then I think, well, back on the topic. iPhone 6 Plus is basically the same except for a few software features. You've got the iPad-esque kind of landscape mode, so you can actually use the full screen without it being in a phone layout, which would be stupid on a 5.5-inch display. Same specs. Oh, we've got a Mate Motion coprocessor as well, which is basically the same as last year. So now it's got things like a barometer in it to measure the air pressure. It's like, why the hell do you need that in a phone? You don't need it.
Well, no, it's air pressure to see if it's going to rain or not.
Mm. Well,
but I don't know why they can't just get the weather forecast from the news.
Yeah. Well, they said they were going to use it to measure elevation for your fitness, so they can see how high you've climbed during the day. I don't know either.
So what they're going to do is, say you run along a vertical track, like completely vertical.
What? So basically,
a completely vertical walkway. What they do is with that air pressure converter, they take that horizontal walkway and do that with it, so that you're actually running up.
Yeah. I'm just gonna play along. Anyway, so the 6 Plus is basically the same phone, except it's now got a 5.5-inch 1080p display. Because, I mean, I've got 720p on my on my S3, and I'm fine with that, but it could be better. And it's an AMOLED display, which means it looks like arse.
I don't know what I have. I'm just like, my phone works. It's great.
You've got nice shit for it.
Nice shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Still don't know why you got nice shit. It's like I see mildly technically orientated people with iPhones. I'm just like, why do you have an iPhone? It's for the people who don't know how to phone, or well, don't know how to technology for the most part. It's like, why do you get an iPhone? It's stupid. Anyway, so yeah, I still don't get 128 gigs of storage. Why? Unless you're recording 4K video, which you're not on an iShit because it doesn't have a camera that can do that. You don't need 128 gigs of storage unless you've got like 5 trillion songs. So, go on.
I was gonna say, I think they just got bored one day and they just thought, why not? We're gonna make it really big.
Well, so basically they're doing a Samsung. They're just throwing shit at the wall and seeing what sticks.
Pretty much.
So both of those phones will be available September 19th, and will be open for pre-order on September 12th. Which means
why would you pre-order a phone?
Why would you pre-order a game?
Because
he's got you there.
Because
he's got you there.
My friend.
He's got you there.
No, he hasn't, David. You just, my friend. Because you will get it with extra features, some exclusive deals which will not be available on the release. Like, if you buy a phone, you pre-order a phone, what are you gonna get? I don't know, a sticker. You can't
Well,
buy...
you've actually got guarantees of getting the phone as early as possible, because unlike digital game sales, the physical product can actually run out, and especially with the iPhone. One thing I was laughing at is people started queuing outside the Apple store. I think it was the 2nd of September, because they were thinking, all right, well, it's 5 days even before the press conference was scheduled to go. And then they said that it's not going to be available in stores till the 19th. So I was just like, ha 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 ha.
Nice trip.
Have fun camping outside an Apple store for 2 weeks. Oh, jeez. Friends are always like, I have an iPhone. I just reply, I have a working phone. Indeed. Couldn't have said it better myself. I mean,
I've got that ages ago. Get with it.
I've got other things to be concentrating on.
You're not paying attention to your viewers. Oh, that's bad. That's bad stream postage.
I have just looked at the chat.
Keep digging that hole.
Nah,
mate. Digging that hole.
Nah, mate. Shut the fuck up.
You're digging that hole.
Moving swiftly on, so those will be available on September 19th, and they are, I think the iPhone 6 starts at $199 on contract, and the 6 Plus starts at $299 on contract.
Oh,
yeah.
Great.
Just don't say anything. Just look away.
Just stay away from that. So yeah, I think somebody looked at the price of the 128 gig 6 Plus off contract, and it was like $1,000.
Yeah.
Why would you pay that much for a phone? It's like, get an Android phone. It works better 9 times out of 10, and it's, well, I wouldn't say it's better build quality necessarily because I've got a Samsung, but I much prefer the software on it. And people are like, oh, well, iOS got more apps. I don't give a rat's arse about apps, honestly. Why is there an... What are you doing? There we go. So that's that. And then they showed off... Tom, you play MOBAs, correct? Well, you play Dota, so yes.
I play many.
Have you ever thought to yourself, oh, I would love to play a MOBA on a mobile device?
Okay. Let me show you something. Right. You've
got your
eye shit screen here. Let me just wipe that up. Your screen is about, say, didn't want to do that. Screen is about, say, big.
Yeah.
Now, you want to play a game on, you want to play MOBA on that, you'd be doing like...
There'd just be buttons everywhere.
Like, the UI would take up 60% of the screen.
Mm-hmm.
And then you've got to click, and you've got items and buttons.
Exactly. So they were showing this off, and it looks like I would say it looks like art because I don't play MOBAs because anyway, and it runs in Apple's Metal, which is basically like OpenGL or something like that, but it's got less overhead, so that developers can use more of the hardware, which is it's a good premise, but people aren't going to drift away from it. Because you can use OpenGL cross-platform, but you can't use Metal cross-platform, because it's Apple proprietary guff. This reminds me, it was so much of a hassle to get the VOD for this, because I had to find a direct link, put it into QuickTime, and that's bad enough as it is, and try and watch it through that, and every time you try and sort of seek along where's Tom gone? Actually, I need to change Tom's name on the thing. I totally forgot about that.
Please say Tom hasn't gone to get his budgie. Please say he hasn't gone to get his budgie.
He's still here. Okay. David, say things. Relevant things.
Budgie! Budgie!
Look at him.
I know it.
Right, we're gonna have a budgie podcast.
There she is. Oh, she's gone.
No.
Yep, just bailed.
Really?
A budgie come back.
She does her own thing. Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways.
Alright, just give me a moment. Right, you guys need to... Wait, what's your take on the stuff so far?
Whole thing.
Well, what we're talking about, like the iPhone 6,
iPhone
6 Plus.
It's pointless.
Let Tom go for it.
It's
just you're improving little to nothing. Like the camera, it's exactly the same except it's got better pixels, which no one will even understand or notice the difference. You've got an insanely stupid amount of memory increase, which no one needs.
Yeah.
And you're charging like $600 extra for this. Like why are people buying this? Why are people buying this?
Yeah. Well, I don't. The only because they started putting 128 gigs of storage into the iPad. I can see why that would make sense.
Yeah, you can have a lot of it's not used to carry around in your daily life. You're gonna go home to it. It's a it's like an alternative to a computer, if you will. You're gonna have your games on there. All your music. You like videos and stuff like that. It's to take on the train, put something, watch
movies, work. Movies, yeah. Like you could do work on it. So you're gonna. I could see why people would go for 128 gigs in an iPad, but an iPhone, no. You're not gonna watch movies on a tiny screen. You're not gonna do work on it.
You can barely play games on it, man.
Yeah. Games
are deliberately there for when you're on the toilet.
Mm-hmm. Oh, that reminds me. When I was actually scheduling the YouTube Live version of the podcast, it's one of the suggested titles was iPhone video gaming platform. Does somebody have to tell them that it's not really a very good gaming platform?
I think so.
Because it really, 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 really isn't. So yeah, that's the new iPhone, and then somebody came on the stage and started talking about a mobile MOBA, which is just again stupid.
Just stop. Just leave. Just sit in the corner. Sit in the corner.
It's like some people think gaming on a phone is the best thing since sliced bread, especially Apple, because they're developing gaming stuff. It's not.
Because all they do is phones.
Yeah. Well, they do computers as well that aren't really supported very well by gaming clients like Steam.
We don't talk about those.
I like Rabies' comment.
What? Well, if they get kidnapped and thrown in a trunk, it probably was. Yeah, that's. I guess. Actually, no, because they would. The people who were kidnapped would take away their phone.
Yeah, I was gonna call the police.
Oh.
Call the popo. Anyway, so yeah, that's stupid. So it's. I hate how people talk about like mobiles being able to get better games than consoles. I'm like, no, because last time I checked, phones don't come with good controls. It's like you can either pay $100 to get an external Bluetooth controller, or you can put it with on-screen controls, which is just.
It's just no. It's like trying to like work one of those early like year 6 touchscreen workboard things where you press and it would go over there and you're like, that's dodge.
Yeah. When they didn't bother to calibrate the screen properly, you'd touch in one corner, the thing would appear in the other.
Yeah, and you're like, that's alright.
It's like, oh yeah, you need to draw like on the other side of the classroom in order to get it picked up in the right place. They have those in college, and they didn't bother to calibrate them. So the pointer's always like about that far off the actual pen. So you've got to be really predictive with where you're writing. Anyway, and then they start talking about iOS 8, and the first thing they said is that it's the world's most advanced OS. Tom, you use iOS on a daily basis. Would you agree with that?
Well...
Here we go.
No!
Yes!
Simply put.
I'm like, I'll be on iOS 8. I'll be on iOS.
Like, they've only just started implementing support for third-party keyboards, for fuck's sake. That's not very advanced.
And I'll be like, it's really, it's too sensitive. If anything, I'll be typing on the keyboard, and there'll just be like this option. So I can actually see what I'm doing. Like when you type and the keyboard comes down here, and it's like an option here to press. You press a button here. The microphone comes up, you say something, and it's conveyed over, say, Messenger. Yeah. And like the confirm button send the message. I'll be typing. I'll press confirm, and the mic thing will come out. I'm like, it's on the other side of the keyboard. Why?
It's like I've always had issues with gestures on the iPhone. Like, you know how now you can swipe up to get that control center thing. That always pisses me off when I'm on my dad's phone, because he's got an iPhone 4, I think, or a 4.
It'll come down, and you're like, I did not want that to happen. Down.
And then when you try and actually do it, it won't work. It's like, I need to switch on the torch or something. Swipe up, nothing. Swipe again, nothing. It's not working. And I actually get lost on iPhones, because usually on Android I'll have my 3 buttons. I'll have my app switcher, I'll have my back button, I'll have my home button. On the iPhone, it's just the home button. I'm like, how do I do things on this? Yeah. There's just no way to do anything. Actually, we're gonna have to get a move on. We've only got 20 minutes left. Bleeps. More topics. Step. What's this?
Technically, we should make it a lot longer, the podcast, since
Apple Pay, it's just kind of like basically you keep passports on your phone, you press it on the thing, keep train tickets, bam, done. Right, Apple Watch, it's iPod on your wrist. It's did it before, it didn't work. You've already got a watch. Like I have a watch. Like that's my watch. It's a really nice watch. I'm not gonna get a new watch. Software, it's new UI. Who cares? No one even. New UI. Great. I accept it. Right. Let's move on. Emojis. Right. Who even cares about improved Siri? You say it's improved Siri, but nothing really ever changes. I'm like, Siri, can you look this up for me? Can you Siri? Where is John? And it says, I will find you the nearest celery stand. Like, no, just it doesn't work.
Oh my God.
Are we done?
Let's do a little bit more in-depth look at things rather than that. 'Cause we have got 20 minutes, not 2.
There's like 3 other topics.
Yeah, right. We've pretty much done iPhone and iOS 8. iOS it's the same guff they said at WWDC. If you want to see what we said about that, look back in the podcast archives. This is the one where we did WWDC. Just search for it. Apple Pay. It's basically getting cards on your iPhone, which will only work with iPhone 6 and 6 Plus because you need the NFC. Because they finally put NFC in. Welcome to 2012, everybody. So it's basically meant to make your life easier, even though I think Google.
No.
It's not going to, is it, Tom?
No. Whoa. I have an app on my iShit called Passbook.
Yes. And it's going to be integrated into Passbook.
Passbook keeps your boarding passes, cinema tickets, and retail coupons and loyalty cards all in one place. I can have them on here, and I can just boop.
You good?
I got that.
Yeah, so it's not just iPhone 6.
No. But but that's like loyalty cards and stuff. That's not like bank cards and stuff.
Oh, not bank cards, no.
No. This
not
is
actual security.
This is actual bank cards.
I was just talking about like train and plane tickets.
Also, quick note to anybody watching live: I've got you on Skype. Please don't message me through Skype. I can't see the messages. Just hop in the Twitch chat or something, please. So they supposedly they don't take your information and store it on the Apple servers either. They have this is one of the reasons why Apple Pay is actually exclusive to the 6 and 6 Plus is because they have a secure element now, which basically encrypts all of the data on the phone and never sends it out. And it even sort of generates a special bank, like an account number and a security code for when you're making transactions. Yeah, you're on the Twitch chat, but there's one person who's got me on Skype and he keeps messaging me through there, and I've got that buried under a million windows. So they don't send like all of your personal, because usually with credit cards these days, when somebody scans it in the shop, they will get all of your personal information, basically like name, what you're buying, how much it costs, and all that jazz. And then basically with this system, they won't know who you are, and then Apple
will just give you a code.
Yeah, it'll basically just generate a different code each time, but it'll obviously charge you card. Who's messaging me on Skype again? Oh, jeez. Anyway, moving on. I'm not gonna keep looking at Skype. I've already said I'm not gonna check it because I can't, because I have to keep burying it. So yeah, I'm not gonna be using it. Well, obviously because I don't have an iPhone. But I don't see the point, because Apple's starting. You know how iCloud was hacked the other week and people's photos got leaked?
And there was some naughty photos.
Yeah.
There was indeed. If people can't trust Apple with their photos, are they really going to trust Apple with their bank account details?
I don't like. It's like no one's going to use iCloud anymore. Like, why would you? Unless it's for like, I don't know, school files or something.
Yeah. Nah, I wouldn't use iCloud even if I had the chance. Actually, that said, I do use Google Plus to back up my photos, which isn't probably a wise idea. There's nothing to hide. It's just like crappy photos and some screenshots. It's like I took a screenshot of one of the Reddit threads I was reading, because I tend to frequent Tales from Tech Support, and it's brilliant. I'll try and find it. Where is it? Photos. Basically, they were talking about things. One of the comments was, "Remember, kids, brush your milk, drink your teeth, stay off sleep, and get 8 hours of drugs each night." And then somebody replied with, "Instructions unclear. Got 8 hours of milk, teeth stuck in drugs, and brushed off sleep." Oh, it's brilliant. Then there was, which one was the other one? Oh yeah, people were saying like, because in that subreddit, people tend to use a term called the PEBCAC error, which stands for problem exists between keyboard and chair.
Light, dark.
And then somebody said that they've got another acronym, which is PICNIC, which basically means problem in chair, not in computer. So it's basically a way to say user error. I love those little abbreviations. Reddit's fun sometimes. Anyway, let's get back on topic. So Apple doesn't know about the transactions, and it will actually work with the Apple Watch, which we are going to just talk about now. So it's ugly as sin, is what it is. I mean, people are always like, oh, it's beautiful. Watch. It's not. Both of the device, like the iPhone 6 is fuck ugly, and this is really, really, really bad. Probably one of the more the good things about this is that you can easily change the watch straps, and somebody put a tweet out as well saying that this year's Apple drinking game was every time they said intimate, because they said intimate so much during the talking about the Apple Watch. It's like, oh, you will have an intimate experience. It's a watch.
Why would you buy this? It's like
that's me.
But is it the one that kind of looks? Is this the watch that kind of looks like one of those festival strap bands you get? Or is this an actual watch?
It's a watch.
Yeah.
Go Google Apple Watch and you'll probably get some pictures of it. It looks really, really, really ugly. Like they've got this new digital crown thing, which is essentially like what you get on a normal watch, where you've got the knob to change the time. It's essentially that, but it's massive, and it's used for zooming and scrolling, because they said that it would be used so you don't obstruct the screen. Problem is, if you have it on your right wrist, the knob's gonna be on the inside, like going up your arm. So you're going to have to reach over anyway to turn it. So it's going to be blocking the screen more than your finger going like that. It's like, I gotta turn the thing. So you have to have it on your left wrist, otherwise you will be blocking the screen anyway.
Let's see if this thing is worse than the Xbox and PlayStation version, the gold cover. The skin meaning.
They've made gold. They've got three different versions. They've got where were they? Oh, it's probably a bit further down. They've got the standard Apple Watch, which is made out of stainless steel. The Apple Watch Sport, which is made out of aluminum, as they would say, but everybody in the whole wide world knows it's aluminium. And they've got the Apple Watch Edition, which is I'm going to put some on Do Not Disturb.
Edition.
Yeah, Apple Watch Edition. Yes, put on Do Not Disturb.
What are you chirping on for? He's trying podcast. He's chirping on.
Huh?
What you doing?
He's complaining that it's budgie.
It's a budgie, Tom.
Bed,
obviously, it's going to chirp.
Your bed's over there. I'm not taking you your bed. You can fly. You got wings.
And if you try,
you have wings. Fly.
If you try and put it in bed, she's just not.
Yeah. I'm like, do you want to go to bed? And she's like, yeah. She's just like closing her eyes and being all tired, so I pick her up, put it near the kid, and just goes like, "No, mate," and flies off, and I'm like, "Make your mind up."
I want to sleep on the perch and then just fall off.
Yeah.
So it's
9 to 9. That's what it is.
It is indeed. Holy shit! Have we only been going for 30? Supposedly this has only been going for 35 minutes. Okay.
Nice.
I think we're going for a few minutes beforehand because I had to Oh no, we've been going for a bit longer because I had to restart the stream because when you came in, OBS needed my camera.
I came at about 10 past.
Yeah. Well, the YouTube stream says 51, so we'll round it out soon.
Are we going on for an extra 10 minutes or?
We'll go until 5 past, just to sort of make it a bit more even, I guess.
Okay.
Might be a bit of a shorter one once I edit it, but oh well. So. As I said, it can be used without obstructing the display. No, it can't. This is the digital crown, or the knob rather. So it has a flexible Retina display, which you don't need because it's on a watch which is solid, and if you try and bend it, it'll break. What were you going to say, Tom?
It says here, you can send drawings, and is that taps or tabs?
It'll be taps.
Taps to friends.
Where does it say? Is this on the notes?
Like software. It says digital touch can send drawings to taps and friends.
Yeah. It's basically like you can, because they've got this this thing called taptic feedback, because they can't just call it haptic feedback like everybody else. And basically, if you like link up to your friend, and if you tap the watch, then it'll feel like somebody's tapping you on the wrist on the other end. It's just weird. And you can actually send your heartbeat as well, which is just
send
stupid.
it. Where are you sending it to?
Send it to the other person. So like it'll have that sort of same tapping feel on the person's wrist, but in time with your actual heartbeat.
You can now breathe.
Yeah, but then you'll be going like, stop. I don't like that.
It's just creepy. Right, back to the hardware. They've got 4 lenses on the back to get your heart rate, which is just looks disgusting. Well, it's on the back, so it doesn't really matter.
How do you sense your heart rate through the back of your wrist? Your veins are on the other side, like literally other side.
Witchcraft. It's Apple magic. They'll find a way. I'm gonna change over my headphones as well because it's not my head. So I love how they're saying like with the S1 processor, it's like a miniature computer and a chip. Yeah, companies been making SoCs for God knows how long. That's basically how phones work. So they kept saying like it's a revolutionary piece of material. No.
Yeah, maybe like I don't know, 3 years ago.
Yeah. Especially when smartwatches just came out. If this is a revolutionary piece of hardware, how have people been bringing out smartwatches before you, Apple? I think it's safe to say I went into watching this a bit more cynical than usual because it was, what time was it? I think it was like 3 in the morning when I decided, I need to watch it because we'll be talking about it tomorrow in the podcast. So they've got 6 different straps. The straps actually look half decent. They've got like a chainmail one and a weird cushiony leather one and a sweat-resistant sports one. It looks interesting. So they definitely seemed fairly fitness-orientated with this one because they were always saying, like with the new Mate co-processor in the it's M8, but Mate, because why not?
Mate.
So they were always talking about how this is going to help the health and fitness stuff. They were always talking about how the watch is going to be a companion for you when you're running around or cycling or something. And it's just, yeah, people aren't going to be buying this as a health and fitness device. I think they tried that before with the Nike Plus Golf, and I don't think anybody bought it. Which is why they pretty much axed it. They don't. Tom, you've got iOS 7, so do they still have all of the Nike Plus integration?
Oh yeah.
Okay, still do. I thought they discontinued it. Oh well. So the software, it's a completely new UI. Instead of having like a grid with squares, and it's more of a interlocking circle pattern, I guess. It looks pretty interesting. Lots of customizable watch faces, like every other smartwatch ever. Glances were pretty cool. Because you basically swipe up from the bottom, which means it's going to be shit. You swipe up from the bottom, and you essentially get quick looks at some of the apps, so you can have a look at quick like little messages. Sometimes with Twitter, you can swipe it up, and you can have a look at like certain tweets. And with the music one, which we were talking about earlier, you can play and pause music, and they used Coldplay to demonstrate this. Quick words. This was actually quite an interesting little software feature because basically when you reply to a message, it'll analyze the text and it'll sort of get quick responses. Like say if somebody sent a message to you saying, "Do you want to go for pizza or sushi?" Whatever. Then it would come up with like 3 boxes and you could reply with pizza, sushi, or not sure. And I don't know how well it'll work, but if it works fairly well, that would be really, really good because that's a good implementation of an experience on a watch, because you need that kind of thing. You cannot put a full-size keyboard on a watch. That is just a ridiculous idea. Oh, Samsung with their Gear S.
Yeah. You can try, but it'll fail.
You can try. I had like a proper mobile phone watch thing years ago.
That thing.
It was massive, and it actually had a full-size keyboard on it, and the screen was about half an inch big. So the keys were like a millimeter. Well, it was a couple of millimeters by a couple of millimeters. So you had to use the little include stylus. It was stupid.
He sat there like,
I'm trying to text somebody, but it's going to take forever. Yeah, it was ridiculous, and I swiftly got rid of it.
I think what they have to do is stop pretending that this watch is going to replace your phone.
Yeah. Well, they just.
Well, your iPod, I suppose.
Yeah. They actually discontinued the classic iPods as well, like the ones with the wheel on them. They completely discontinued those as well, which is a shame because they were fairly nice.
Yeah.
Annoying as hell. Spin your finger around on the wheel for ages. It wasn't very precise. Well, especially the ones I used. So what works on? Oh yeah, the Apple Watch. It works on iPhone 5 and above, and it starts at only $349. They literally said only. Like people, but this is the annoying double standards that people have. Like, this is only going to work with iOS devices, just like the first Samsung Galaxy Gear only worked with Samsung devices. So,
like, even if that system does work, where it's like pizza or sushi, and you're like pizza, sushi, even if that does work, it'll only work with Apple devices. If someone texts you from an Android device, what are you going to do? How are you going to answer?
Yeah, I'll just be like, sorry, this feature is not compatible. Or I'll just tell you to send it to your phone. So, yeah, as I was saying, people scoffed at the idea of the Gear just the Galaxy Gear working with just Samsung Galaxy phones. But then when Apple does it only for their iPhones, it's just like, oh my god, Apple are literally God. It's these stupid double stands. And people are like, oh my god, 200 quid for a smartwatch. This is going to be like 300.
Yeah.
People, it's just, well, they have enough sheeple to follow them, so yeah, they'll be okay. That's why Apple keeps going, because they have a lot of people who are idiotic enough to buy their stuff. Is that literally all we have? Oh no, there we go. We got a little bit more.
Well,
then for the developers, they've got WatchKit, which is basically just it's the API for the watch, so you can make actionable notifications and glances. And it will be available early 2015. So that's a thing.
Okay.
That's pretty much it, to be honest. I don't think we'll need the other topics. I'll just remove them, and I'll shuffle some stuff around when I get around to it. After the podcast.
So we're going on for another 5 minutes.
Nah, we'll just end it here. There's no point in putting another couple of topics in. We might as well just keep this one with the Apple guff.
Okay.
Fair enough.
Alright, so that's pretty much all we have for this week. So, give me a mo. Excuse me. I need to find the options menu. There we go. So, anyway, that is all the time we have for this week. So, the last thing to do is thank you all very, very much for watching, and we will see you next week. Actually, we might not. We might be skipping next week, because we're going to try and work out some new times, because I need to change the times, because college is going to be a bitch, especially on Thursdays. So, anyway, thank you for watching, and we will see you next time. See you later.